And we can see a Q and a W going in from the LeBlanc, proccing the electrocute. She's dodging the she's dodging the wind wall into a Q, W, going back, playing it slowly, getting the ultimate, the ignite, and that's a 300. I want to make sure that every single one of you will get the best LP gains of his life. So in order to ensure that, in order to make sure that you guys will actually improve from these VODs, the way that I'm going to approach it is the following. We're going to watch top of the ladder players and we're going to analyze and see what these dudes are doing correctly. Every time these players are doing really big thing, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to think about what you're supposed to do if you were in the player's shoes. So make sure to concentrate on the video, and with all of that being said and done, let's hop right into the VOD. Alright, what is going on, guys? We're going at it once again, watching, spectating, rank 1 NA, playing his LeBlanc. We're looking at, I think that it's pronounced Ablaze Olive, I'm not entirely sure about it, it's pretty hard to pronounce. He's playing his 60% win ratio LeBlanc in 1.6k LP Challenger NA. So, with all that being said, we're probably looking to see some wonderful stuff and things going in here. So, before we'll hop into the game, let's think about the matchup. We are playing LeBlanc versus the Yasuo. We're going at it with the Electrocute versus the Yasuo with the Lethal Tempo. I will put the rune page on the screen for you guys. So go ahead, take a look if you guys want to play LeBlanc and train on the champion. She's wonderful to play. You need to play it really aggressive, and this is so fun to pull off, to actually play when you manage pulling off those plays. So, what are we looking to do? We have the Electrocute. We're looking to get like some short trades over here, and the enemy has the Lethal Tempo on the Yasuo, so he's probably looking to get those all-ins 100-0. We're going in for the ward. I'm pretty sure that the LeBlanc and the Kha'Zix are actually pre-made. She's putting the ward to try and spot the enemy Diana in case, like, once she will reach that spot. We will see how it goes in the later on. And early on, we do have the range advantage into the Yasuo. We can see that we're putting some auto attacks into the minions to make sure that we are pushing towards our dude. We have the Doran's ring and the double potions plus the 3 minion dematerializer versus the Yasuo that is going on with the Doran's shield. So early auto attacks doesn't matter that much unless it's for the passive, but other than that, we don't really care about those. Because even if we Q him or auto him, he will just regenerate it back. So right here, that auto, for example, the only thing that happens is he gets like the ranged aggro, he gets some health down, and you can actually see the Yasuo's health going back to 660. I wouldn't say that it's worth it, but it's a really small thing to think about. So, we do see the Kha'Zix finishing the walls and going for a pretty aggressive play on the map. We can see that he's going towards the enemy red buff. We do have the ward over there to see where the LeBlanc is. We can see the on my way from the Kha'Zix. So, we are obviously, if we are the LeBlanc in the game, we are panning the map to see what is going on. We can see that the Kha'Zix is winning the fight, so we're not going to follow it. We know that the dude is going to just get the kill on his own, so we're just standing over here, zoning the Yasuo and making sure that the Yasuo will not be able to rotate towards it. We are going for the W back because just like as we said, he wants the short trades. So if it's a long trade, we're not committing for it. Now, we're using the minion dematerializer on the wave over here, on the melee minion, and we can see the Kha'Zix on the map pathing towards us, so we don't mind actually taking a trade that is a little bit longer. We do get a really big E with a Q. We did unfortunately miss the W, but with all that being said, we know that the enemy Yasuo is pretty low. So we have the ward on the bottom side of the map that which will spot him if he's trying to roam for the bottom side of the map, and now the Kha'Zix is getting the top lane ward. So we do see the dude whether in case he will roam. What are we looking to do here? We don't have that much gold. We don't have enough gold for the last chapter yet. But we do know that the enemy Yasuo will probably look for a recall over here. So if this was you playing instead of the LeBlanc over here, what would you do? And if you answered, get the wave under turret and show the next wave as fast as possible, you answered correctly. And why is that? We know that this Yasuo is not pathing towards the bottom side of the map because of the ward. We know that this Yasuo is not pathing towards the top side of the map. So we are using the minion dematerializer. Let's look at it again. We are using the minion dematerializer on the cannon minion over here. We're using our Q on the range creep W, the E on the melee creep to make sure that we're pushing it as fast as we possibly can. And on top of that, we have low mana, so we need to make sure that we're getting back to base as soon as possible. We can see a ward going down in here just to make sure that we will spot the Yasuo in case he's trying to get our back or to roam into one of the lanes. There is no reason to hold two wards on us or just using one on the lane to get a little bit of value from it. Now, we can see W to try and get back to the wave, and after recalling, we're getting the Amplifying Tome, Dark Seal, refillable into the control ward. We are looking to snowball in this matchup. This is why we see the Dark Seal, and we had some spare gold, so why not? Unfortunately, we did lose an entire wave, but losing an entire wave will be better, specifically on LeBlanc, if we are losing an entire wave instead of like just sitting in lane with no mana will be better. And after the reset, we can see a wonderful trade going in here. The Yasuo is pretty low from tanking the minions. He does has a little bit of an EXP advantage, but we just shred him right here. The Q, the W, we save our E to make sure that if he's going for an all-in, then we will 100% hit it. We're not going for a 80% E ratio, we're going for the 100%. We are maxing our W over here to make sure that we're having wonderful wave clear. And one thing that we see, we do know that the enemy Yasuo has a little bit more EXP than us because of the wave. So, while we do bear that in mind, and we do know that he's getting 6 before us, we still know that we are playing LeBlanc, so we don't mind playing it aggressive. And just like I said, we get the wind wall down, we get the E, we get a perfect E on the Yasuo. We keep going at it with these auto attacks whenever we can while tethering his E's. And yeah, that's a perfectly played play right here. Now, once again, if you guys were the LeBlanc in this spot, what would you guys do? What do you need to look at? So, the thing that we need to look at and recall is we need to recall that we just burst the enemy Yasuo. So the enemy Yasuo is pretty low. He's on half health, as we can see over here. So he's not looking to stay in lane, because if he does stay in lane, we are going to butcher him as soon as we get the level 6. We'll just combo him and get him from 50% health to 0 plus ignite. So we have a lot of kill pressure. So we know that the enemy Yasuo is looking to recall right here. We are looking for the bottom side of the map. We see our jungler over there. So we will just look towards there while also freezing the wave. And if anything happens on the bot side of the map, if we see anything going in there, we will go towards there. But we're looking to keep the Yasuo in lane and freeze the wave. So just like we said, with W, we tried to get his recall. Unfortunately, it's too late, but we still have a freeze going. We will see help being going in from the LeBlanc in 3, 2, 1. There we go. I told you guys. We see the help ping. We know that we see the Kha'Zix on the bottom side of the map. We see that the Kha'Zix is pretty healthy. We see a perfect freeze going in from the LeBlanc. So what we want to do right here is we want to get the level 6. And as soon as we're getting the level 6, we want to ping the help and burst the Yasuo down as soon as he's getting back to lane. Now, unfortunately, the Kazakhs did walked on a ward. The Kazakhs did walk on a ward, so the enemy Yasuo knows that he's here, which means that he will not play as aggressive. But because he will not play as aggressive, we, as Leblanc, are really close to the last chapter. We see that the Kazakhs is not coming for the gank, he's rather going for the Drake. So, what are we going to do right here? And there are a couple of things that you need to bear in mind. First things first, we're playing LeBlanc. Our ultimate cooldown is 56 seconds. We don't care about it. We need to get the tempo off of our ultimate. So we are looking to get a recall right here. We tried to freeze the wave and set up a kill, but because the Kazakhs walked on a ward, this will not be the play. The Kazakh is going for the Drake, and we need to get a reset because soon we're going to run out of mana. So because we're looking to get the reset, we're going to push the current wave with a W and an ultimate. In 3, 2, 1, boom! Wait for it. We're waiting for the next wave rather, because we cannot crash that one fast enough. Bad read by me, but this is exactly why I'm not the 1.6 KLP. And now we're going to see a Q, W, R on the wave, and the wave is going completely down. We will go for the reset. Yeah, we can see the ultimate. We completely ignore the cooldown. 50 seconds cooldown. By the time that we will get back to lane, the cooldown will be off. We are getting the ward into the recall. We do see them fighting in the bottom side of the map. Unfortunately, our recall gets cancelled by the Yasuo. And look at that. Look at how crazy that is. We have ultimate in 25 seconds. So because the Yasuo factor reset, we are looking to ping danger for the top side of the map because we don't really know where the Yasuo is currently. We see 2 people in the top side of the map. And after, yeah, we can see the danger ping over here. And after pinging danger, wonderful word, we can actually see the Yasuo on the Raptors. Anyways, we don't know that in the game. Because we need to reset. Because we see that we have the recall, the ult. We're not going to recall here. We're going to go for another W and ultimate on the wave. Take the wave down. Make sure that we pressure it. We get the E on the Yasuo to try and make sure that he will not freeze it on us. And we set it. We will set, we will get the last chapter. And this is where you will see things going really aggressively. Now, up until here, it was more of a trying to set up kills with the jungler. But from here, it will be more of a solo kill oriented playstyle. We do path from the jungle to try and, if we will look at the wave, we know that the wave is pushing towards us, and we do know that the Yasuo has a open for a recall. So we will go ahead, we will W over the wall to try and get the Yasuo recall. Unfortunately, we don't see him. Where is the dude? I want to see. Oh my god! We don't see the dude. That is so unfortunate. We're so close. We're trying to get him to make sure that he will not reset it. We don't manage to do so. So we are just slow pushing the wave and trying to miss as least CS as possible. Now, we do have our ult up. We can look for the top side of the map to try and look for stuff there. We can look for the bottom side of the map to try and look for stuff there. There isn't too much to do in the mid lane until the Yasuo gets back. He's back. We are looking to play pretty aggressive with our positioning, but we don't really know where the enemy Diana is yet. So we are saving our W's in case the enemy Diana is here. We do see the enemy Diana on the bottom side of the map, and on the second we see her, we can see the playstyle shifts for a completely aggressive playstyle. The Yasuo wind wall went down. Unfortunately, the replay is a little bit scuffed, so we don't really see that in the game. But we do have our ultimate, So once again, while we can use it on the wave, right here the play is to apply as much pressure as possible. We are applying pressure by going out of the vision here. Look at that. We're getting the wave, and afterwards we can't do anything on the Azul right in the current moment. So we are just stepping into the bush, going out of vision, and as soon as we get back to the vision, we are going to try and probably dive the Azul, because once again we do see the enemy down on the bottom side of the map. So we are getting those auto attacks on the wave. The W, the perfect E, trying to Q and get the Q thingy there. The more damage from the Q into the second proc of the E. We do see the wind will go down. We do have our ultimate, so what we're going to see here is an attempt for a dive. Now, why are we diving this? What is the key cooldown that we're looking for in this specific matchup? If you were the LeBlanc, why would you look to go for an aggressive play? So, if you guys said that the Azul just used his wind wall, you are correct. And we can see a Q and a W going in from the LeBlanc, proccing the electrocute. She's dodging the she's dodging the wind wall into a Q, W, going back, playing it slowly, getting the ultimate, the ignite, and that's a 300. We're pushing the wave, we're getting the plate, and we're instantly backing it off. W back, pressing B. We'll go for the sword boots over here. Because we're playing LeBlanc, we will go for the sword boots. It has really good value early on. Let's fast forward it and get back to lane. Now, we're back to lane. We use our ultimate, but it's back on cooldown. We're not that scared. We want to keep the wave around the middle because the Azul can't contest it anymore. We don't want to crash it because this will just allow the enemy Azul to get the minions for free, and this is not something that we want to allow him. So we are kind of zoning him on the level advantage and the gold advantage. Wonderful stuff going in here. The laning is perfect. And you can actually see that even as LeBlanc, we're not really looking for those roams. We have a lane that we know that we're winning. There is no reason to roam. We can get the 300 by butchering the mid lane. We do see the vision cone going into the mid side of the map, so we know that someone is coming towards us. But we are playing LeBlanc. We have our ultimate, we have our W. We're not scared. We see the Q going in. We see the W, we're going back to the W. We'll just use our ultimate because once again, we're playing LeBlanc. The ult has no cooldown. We need to make sure that we're not dying. The Q is going down from the Blitz. We don't have our ultimate, which means that we do not have as much pressure. We don't have as much heal pressure because without the ultimate, we don't have as much damage. But we will look to get a whole lot of fucking damage going over here. Yeah, we can see the Q, W, or the QE into the Azul. We're saving the W in case anything happens. We're getting the E by the Seraphine. We're going for a QW into the Seraphine. We know that the enemy Blitz doesn't have the Q up because he used it on the Kha'Zix. And we will look for a kill. Unfortunately, we missed the E into the flash, but this is fine. That was a wonderful attempt. If we hit the E, that was another 300. Once again, if anyone is alone, he's dead. The Seraphine was alone for half a second. We tried to capitalize on that. And then once again, we can see another W and ultimate on the wave. Why is that? So we have 1.4k gold. We can basically finish our mythic item, or almost finish our mythic item over here. So we are just W, ulting the wave, making sure to get the tempo up, and then we're getting back to lane with a little bit more kill pressure. And we are playing LeBlanc, so we don't care about the ultimate cooldown, because we just used it on the wave, and guess what? Guess what? It's back up. 15 seconds for the ultimate. 10 seconds. You see? Just use it on the wave. You want to recall? We're getting the Q and the E on the Blitzcrank. We don't have our ult yet, but it is going up right here. We're getting another chain. The W is going up, and that's another 300. The Blitzcrank was alone. The Blitzcrank was really behind in levels. Now, why are we focusing the Blitzcrank over here? Even though it is a Blitzcrank, we can see that we're level 10. The enemy Blitzcrank is level 8. So we're getting a lot of damage into the dude. He's lower health than the Seraphine, so we're just clearing him. And then again, it's the 300. Perfectly played. And even though we just used the ultimate is going back up really soon, so we'll wait for it. We will not play as aggressive. We will still get a Q and W combos. We will still get like chains and whatnot. We know that we can get back. We're making sure that she will not recall. Perfect. And now right here we have enough gold. We have the 1.2k gold for the mythic item. So we will go for the Luden's Echo and the Control Ward. We are stacking the Dark Seal. So I do suppose that because we're 2-0, it will be a Neja's game later on. But let's see how it turns out. Now, right here, we do see two people in the enemy side of the jungle. We are looking to get some picks as Leblanc. We know that the Yasuo was on the bottom side of the map. We're going ahead and collecting the CS. While continue looking on the map. The second we will see anyone alone, we are the Wolf. We're 2-0. We're not scared to butcher him. We're not scared to just completely huff and puff and make their whole health bar disappear. We're getting some CS over here. We see that something is going on in the midst of the map, so we're starting to path towards it. The fight is over by the time that we get there. That is unfortunate by the team. They got engaged on. That's not our fault. We are waiting to see whether we will have an opening for an all-in. We go for the W into the ult. The enemy team are under the turret. That's a lot of damage going in here. But this will not be enough for a kill. We are playing it slower with the... oh no, she actually used the E. Wait. Did the E got blocked? What happened over here? So we have the W. The ult. Alright, so the E got blocked by the wind wall, but the wind wall was just invisible in the replay. Alright. That was a close one. We were waiting for them to get to the turret and then try to tether them around the turret. Another wonderful pick right here. We see the Kazakhs fighting in the top side of the map. So, we're looking on the dude. Unfortunately, he got picked. W, Q, collecting the 350 gold. Just like that. We have so much mobility. If we can help, we'll go in there. We'll see whether we can get anything. And if not, then just W back. Nothing happened. W on the wave. We're not missing anything. We're going to make sure that we're fucking the recalls once again. You see this thing going in from the Leblanc a whole lot over here. She will W over the wall. Try to search for the recall in wards. And if anything happens, we're going back to the W. Alright, we can see that the Drake is going up really soon. We know that the enemy team has recalled, so we are getting all the wards. We see the Seraphine in the midst of the map. We're going towards her with the W into the ult. We tether her with the E into the Q, and the Syndra just goes ahead and collect the kills. We have so much damage with the E and Q, and we have so much mobility. We go ahead for the picks around the Drake. Yeah, and we can see the Leblanc playing around the bush, just making sure... Woo! That was a really close hook. Making sure that no one can get close to the Drake. And after we see that the Drake is gone, the enemy are no longer a threat, we continue just collecting like CS in the bottom side of the map. And once again, we're not scared to use our ultimate on it. There is no one close, so we need to make sure that the enemy team will not group in the mid side of the map. So this is our way of making sure that they will not be able to group it. And if they do group, let's say that they do group it, right? So they will just lose a whole lot of CS for it. We are resetting it once again. What are we going to buy? Large rod into the amplifying tone. So I suppose that because the enemy team has the Seraphine, they have the Diana with another shield, they have the Azul's passive, which is another shield, and they have the Blitzcrank. I suppose that we're going for the Shadow Flame over here, which has really big value. And we can see that we're always pathing through the sides of the map. We are playing an assassin. We're going to look in, we're going to try and walk in the shadow and then search for opportunities to pick someone alone when they're not expecting for us to be there. W to dodge the Seraphine E, Q and E, dodging the Seraphine ultimate and flash with our flash. The Blitzcrank gets the hook, we're just getting our E down. A little bit unfortunate, but we will still continue going for the picks. So who can we pick here? We have the Blitzcrank, so we instantly go for the W, waste Blitzcrank's Q, and we do have our ultimate back on cooldown in 5 seconds. We do see a fight going on towards the bottom side of the map. And as unfortunate as it looks, our dude does oh my god, the W. What are you doing, dude? So what he was trying to do here is probably just W in and then W back to waste cooldowns. We do see a W again, Q going back to the W. We are really not scared. We're always looking for opportunities to pick something. W on the wave, collecting the CS. Thank you. And even though we are not in lane 24/7, we are still on 182 CS. The biggest amount of CS in the entire game. We do like clear waves really quick though. We're doubling back to the bot, I suppose. We're going to collect some farm. We're using the gate. We can path both towards the bottom side of the map or towards the mid. We see 3 people that are pretty squishy, so we will go ahead and look for picks. We get the oracles. We don't see them in the mid side of the map, so we will just back off. We know that they have the Blitzcrank, so we're not even we're not even walking to a spot where it's dangerous to be in. We will instantly back it up the moment we see the ward. And once again, we are just looking to see someone alone. We're doubling over walls to make sure that we're not passing into the vision. And we're looking for cheesy spots. We love the Raptors. We're looking for an all-in opportunity into the Seraphine. Unfortunately, we're not getting it. The team gets all in by the enemy team once again by the Diana. What a broken pick with that new tank item. We are going for some combos, and I really didn't understand what is going on in that fight. We are somehow still alive and won it. So let's look at it once again. So we are the Leblanc. We are the Leblanc. Let's look at it from here when we know what happened. We are the Leblanc. We W over the wall. We saw the enemy Seraphine. We're trying to get a peek in case she's under turret. We see that she's not here. We're going back. We see that our team is getting engaged on. So we're Wing towards them in 2, 1. We get a lot of damage into the Diana. We're getting the E, unfortunately missing it. We Q, W, ult. Getting the kill into the Diana. Doing whatever we can. And the rest of the damage is just by the team. Now, we are here just collecting the wards, making sure that we can get collapsed on in the barn, that they can try to KS it. We're not playing as a champion that is looking to help the barn, really. We're looking to make sure that the enemy team does not collapse on us. And then once we know that they don't, then we get back to help. We're getting the barn. We reset. We're getting the Shadow Flame. Dude, where's the Magi's? We're sitting on the 9 Dark Seal stacks. I don't like it, man. That's a Magi's in my book. And we're pathing to the bottom side of the map as fast as possible because the Drake is going down really soon. So the moment we see someone, whilst saving the W, because it's a Blitzcrank at the end of the day, we are playing it pretty aggressive. And the moment we know that the Blitzcrank uses his Q, we can play it a little bit more aggressive. But then again, the big thing here is that every time we know that the Drake is going back up, we are looking to get the wards. We are looking to get like really good position before the fight ends. We're looking to be behind the enemy. We're getting the Q, the W. We are unfortunately getting almost... Yeah, we're just getting popped, but we almost popped the Seraphine. We are shifting the enemy focus into us, but this is unfortunately not enough. But we are constantly looking to burst her. Now, if we would hit the W here, the E here, Q, W, if we would hit the E on the Seraphine, we would have killed her. Unfortunately, the Blitz stabbed on the way, so this is not a kill for us. We do have 3 Drakes, so we don't care as much. This is 1 Drake for the enemy team, and we will continue looking for those picks. If I would recall, like a little bit before, it might have been a pick on the Blitzcrank, but unfortunately we did not. We're trying to get an E off. Now, here again, what is the next thing that we can do? We took the barn, the Drake is going down, so we are looking to play around someone. The only dude who's currently pushing is the Vayne, so we will go ahead, we'll just collect the blue because why not? And afterwards, we will probably go and play around someone. We see the Seraphine on the midst of the map, so we will probably walk towards there. Try to peek someone. The Soraka is around us. We clear the wave as fast as we can. We W it, we E, we Q. The Syndra collects it. And then again, we're looking for vision. We don't really know where the enemy team is. We can see that we are pathing once again to a position where we're out of vision. We get the control word to make sure that we're not stepping on vision. We're getting the enemy Seraphine's Banshee's Veil. Yeah, Banshee's Veil with our Q. Wonderful shit. And then let's see how do we close it. Oh, we're actually Eing the push to make sure that we're not getting collapsed on. We have more than enough mana to do so. So this is perfectly fine. Here we're just looking to burst the Garen a bit. Unfortunately, he dodges it. We're just Wing back then. If we'd hit the E, it could have been in a W forward. We are looking to get the Garen once again. The second he's queuing towards us, we're just backing off. Again, we're not scared. We don't give a fuck. We see an opportunity to burst someone down. We're going for it. And if anything happens, I will just W back like nothing happened. And then again, we're queuing for another Banshee's Veil, going instantly back. We know that the enemy Diana does not have the Banshee's Veil. We will look to go for out of vision. We're getting the W and ult. Because we got the Diana ult, we'll just instantly go back, so we're not really taking the damage over here. We're getting the health regen from the red buff, and from here, we're looking to probably collect the farm in the top side of the map. Okay, so we are just looking for picks. We are just looking to give as much utility as possible in the later stages of the game, and we are just looking to burst someone completely down, while not completely neglecting the farm. We are still 207 farm, 26 minutes in. Collecting the CS with the ultimate still because we're not seeing anything on the map. The ult has 20-second cooldown. It's basically, it's not an ultimate. It's just another W. At that point. 27 seconds, like, it's a joke. Doubling towards the team. We know that the barn is going to get back up. We see the Drake going up in 1 minute. So we want to be around it. As we saw up until here, every time the Drake is going up, we want to be around it. We want to check for wards. All the enemy team are missing. We see pings on the top side of the map. And we are trying to get out of vision. We have the control ward here, so we're looking to pick them around it. We see the recall going in because we see the enemy guard pushing the top side of the map. We cancel the recall when we see that he's not there yet. We're pinging danger on the Baron. Just Wing in, getting another Banshees. Wonderful shit. And the Sinner gets a whole lot of damage. We're trying to get some more damage with the E, but unfortunately we do not hit it. W, Q, R, a little bit more damage, and then getting back. Now, in your elo, you guys would probably say to yourselves, wait, but Foxy, in my elo, my team would just probably engage it. Yes, but in your elo, the enemy Blitzcrank would probably not protect the Seraphine as much as well, so you could pick her way more. We do see the enemy team in the barn. We are collecting the Drake soul for ourselves. We had a whole lot of pressure on it in the earlier stages of the game, so we can just get it for free. We can see that 3 people are coming towards us. We can see the Garen ultimate, the Seraphine ultimate. We did play pretty good, but unfortunately we are getting picked. We were trying to get out of it, but this is not enough. We can see the enemy Blitzcrank from here. We do have vision on the dude, so we just want to make sure that we're not getting collapsed on. At that point, it's not even by us. We just need to let the team play it. Play it as you want. I'm really interested to see how do we win that? We're getting the E and ult by the Diana. The Yasuo just follows with his ultimate. The dude is getting a whole lot of damage from the turret. The Vayne is going at it with her crazy Vayne plays. We're back in the game. We're W ult, not allowing them to get into the thing over here. We're collecting 1 kill, going back, waiting for our cooldowns to get back up. And then as soon as the cooldowns are back up, we're going aggressive again. And if anything happens, we're back into our W. And then again, continue clearing. Woo! Dodging the Seraphine's ult by a mistake. A little bit of luck never hurts, right? And we see the Seraphine in the jungle. We're using our W as mobility. We're using our ultimate as mobility. We make sure that the Seraphine flashes it. We continue aggressively. Because once again, if anything happens, we can always W it back. And guess what? We used the ult, but it's back on cooldown. We don't care about the ult cooldown. If we can burst someone, we will use the ult to make it happen. We're playing it fast. The bot lane is pressure, but we will just path for the blue buff probably. We need to make sure that we have enough mana to spam our abilities. To spam those Ws, to spam those E, those Qs, to make sure that we fuck every single Banshee that is up. Are we giving the Kha'Zix the W? What are we doing over here? Why are we giving him the blue buff? I mean, why are we giving him the blue buff? We're wasting more money than the dude. Ignore him. Now, is this going to be a Vayne play that ends the game, or is this going to be a LeBlanc play that ends the game? Or a Syndra play, or a Kha'Zix play? We do see the enemy Garen on the ward. The Vayne is around us. We're trying to get the E and the ult. We do hit the ult and CC the Garen. The Seraphine is around, so the Vayne is getting picked. A little bit, almost picked. But we have the shield bow. We're getting the Zhonya's out. We're trying to pick the Garen. We actually succeed by doing so. Really big damage. We get the Banshees from the enemy jungler. And this is where LeBlanc shines. You are everywhere. You were in the base a second ago. You saw the Garen on the top side of the map. So you instantly path towards the dude. You help the Vayne, you pick the Garen. You make sure to use the enemy AD carries Zhonya's. That was all the LeBlanc. So even though we are not even though we're not the strongest champion in the later stages of the game, we are the most mobile. So we are making sure to use the mobility like a king. Help the Vayne, help the team. Recall to get the Magi's, am I right? Dude, where is the Magi's? No, we're getting the Void stuff because they do have the tank Diana. The build is completely retarded. And they do have the tanky Blitz and Garen. With apparently a Ghost Blade. Because we're playing Garen, so why not Ghost Blade, right? We're pushing the bottom side of the map. We know that the Elder Drake is going to spawn soon. We see the pings going in from the enemy team. We see the pings going in from the Syndra. We're getting some CS in the jungle. We're making sure to get as much gold as possible. Why are we not around the Drake? We're looking to go with the team here, I believe. And we're looking to find opportunities to pick. We're getting the oracles to make sure that it's not warded. We're Wing over walls in places where the enemy team does not have vision on us. We're making sure that there is no vision by oracle lancing. We're trying to E and save the team. Unfortunately, we do not manage to do so. The Soraka ends up flashing over the wall, but the team is overall safe. We are looking to get some more picks. We end up getting the Banshees. And the second is getting a little bit more dangerous. We're just Wing out. And then again, Wing in, Q, E, getting some damage, Wing out. We're not scared. What can they do? Can the Blitz hook us? Well, guess what? I'm back in my W. No, you can't. And right here, because the Syndra died, we know that we can't actually win the fight. So what we're doing right here is pretty smart. We can see the LeBlanc going and starting the barn, actually. We do have the Kha'Zix that is attempting to KS the Dragon, but this will not be enough. We know that the Dragon is way more tanky than the barn, so we're just getting the barn. We're getting what we can. And we also know that the barn has more cooldown than the Drake. In the sense of like, the barn buff stays on you way longer. So we're just going to survive up until the Drake goes up, right? And here we're going to need to play it really cautious. Because if we're getting fucked by anything, it's GG, we're going to get popped. We are not playing it defensive though. We're trying to get an E angle. The moment we see Bleed's hooks, we're back in the W. We don't care about damage. We have the Zhonya's, so we're just Wing it out. We have the Seraphine ult. The team is getting engaged on. The Soraka actually ends up dying. We are trying to get the pick on the enemy backline, but we don't manage to do so. The Kha'Zix is going back with a wonderful play, and the Vayne just picked everyone. So what we're trying to do as LeBlanc here is we're just trying to get as much, to give as much utility as possible. We're wasting the Seraphine ult while dodging it. We're trying to pick them. We're trying to make them waste stuff on us. And the Vayne is just collecting them in the meanwhile from the back. Big shift from our team. The enemy team used way too much cooldowns on the LeBlanc that is constantly in their face. Wing in, Zhonya's, Wing out, ulting in, ulting out. They're trying to catch her, but they just cannot. They just can't. She's playing LeBlanc, what can I say? And this here, we can just fast forward it. This here is a game. The enemy team are dead. So just like that, we're going to finish it. We have 36 seconds. It's 36 minutes game. So we just finish it. And this is how you play LeBlanc at 1.6k rank 1 challenger in NA. Where is the Magi's though? I suppose that we need to keep the Magi's for the lower elos. Anyways, guys, with all that being said and done, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to follow us on all the social media links and follow the channel if you want to see some more coaching content. And with all that being said and done, hope to catch you all next time. Peace, and I'm out. Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did and you want to support us, like the video and leave a comment right below. If you want to see some more content just like that one, feel free to subscribe and join the Fox lair. And with all of that being said and done, hope to catch you all next time. Peace out.